Towards the ending of 2023, I had a YouTube channel I used to make videos on. So I was making self-improvement type of videos, mostly like, oh, how to be disciplined, how to wake up early, how to fix your life, and so on and so forth. Right, similar to this ones I still make on this channel, but it was another channel and all that. But I started to feel guilty. I started to feel like I just stopped liking the videos I was making because I felt somewhat as an hypocrite, because I would be like, oh, this has to be disciplined or to change your life. Yes, that was basically my life hadn't changed. I was doing all the bad habits. I wasn't serious with my shit. Like, I was lazy. I wasn't putting in the work. So it's almost felt hypocritical that, oh, I'll tell you, oh, yes, how to focus. And yes, I couldn't focus. Like I would procrastinate all day and all of that type of stuff. So I decided to stop making those type of videos. I decided, you know what, I'm going to lean more into my passions, because I'm a creative guy. Like, I'm the type of guy that likes to draw, write, sing, so on and so forth, right? So like, I want to lean into my creative side a lot more. Like, I want to lean into my passion stuff. And also, like, following your passion is like the best thing in the world, right? Like, just getting lost in that process of, writing or drawing or singing or filming or all of that type of stuff. That's like the best feeling in the world, honestly. So I thought. So I went ahead the next year, that was 2024, and I started to make more, would I say, cinematic or more passion-based videos anyways. So, and one of the videos I really leaned into that year was filmmaking. So I started to make like short films, right? So if you go to my other channel, you can still see everything there. I still kind of do make those videos anyway. I still plan to, but let me make my point first. So like, short films was like the thing I was like, okay, I think this is what I want to start doing now, because I really like short films. Like, I like cinematography and storytelling and filmmaking and all those type of stuff. So I'm going to make short films. So I started making short films, and at the time, I had like a friend that we were making them together, and she organized her friends and all that type of stuff. And I found out that I really hated it, and not in the way you would think. So let me explain a little thing to you. Right. So when I was doing all that things, like, I always had this idea that, oh, I'm going to follow my passion and do my passion stuff. So anytime I was doing something that wasn't my passion, right? So let's say, for example, school or work, or let's just use work, for example, some random chore or work or task, whatever. Like, I always noticed that the only time I liked doing, like, I felt like doing that task, or I liked the idea of that task, was either the beginning, before I actually begin the task, just romanticizing about the idea that, oh, when I get this thing done, this is the reward I will get from it. And the end, after doing that thing, like, thinking back, like, oh wow, I'm really proud of myself for doing this. But the middle, like the actual process of actually doing that thing, there was like no, like, I hated every fucking minute of it. So I'm trying to think of a good example to use here. Let's say, for example, sales job. Like, I have a sales job, so let's say my sales job, right? So, and I'm obviously not passionate about that shit. Like, but the idea is, like, the only time I feel like, the reward, like, I feel pumped for it, is like at the beginning, when I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm going to try and make so many sales this month. Like, if I'm able to do like maybe 30 sales, like, that's big amount of money. Like, I could really boost my salary. Like, I really need those sales commissions. Like, I really need to make money. Like, that's so crazy. Like, I'm really pumped. Then the end, if when I do the sales, or if I end up doing the sales, is like, wow, I'm really proud of myself. I can't believe I actually pulled it off. Like, I actually did the sales. Like, that's crazy. But the actual process of going through to do the sale, there is no form of like enjoyment, no form of dopamine, no form of like excitement, nothing. It's all just like suffering, literally. So it's like, the actual process is, you wake up in the morning, you get dressed, you enter like the bus, go to the other side of town, go knock on random people's doors, and try to pitch them the products you're selling. Like, hey, these are our products, buy it. No. These are our products, buy it. No. These are our products, buy it. No. For hours and hours and hours and hours on end, right? And some people will be like, oh yeah, I like the idea, I'll get back to you, and they just never would. And that day is going to end, you end up making no sales, and guess what, you wake up the next day and do it all over again and still get no sales, and so on and so forth, right? So that process actually not fun at all. So I used to now then think that, okay, this because this is something I'm not passionate about, or this is something I don't like. And even thinking about the worst things possible, even when I'm working, like, doing like manual labor, like literally scooping foul poop, because there's a poultry here that I work in. Like, we literally go there, carry the shovel, scoop the poop into the bowl, and every part of it is just miserable as fuck. But the same pattern still kind of persists, which is like, at the beginning, before I start the packing the shit, I'm like, okay, it's not like I always get hyped anyway, but I'm just like, okay, yeah, this thing is dirty, I need to clean this place. Like, okay, I really need to get it, like, I need to get this place cleaned up, I need to pack all this stuff. And the end also, after I did it, like, I can't believe I packed, only me, I'm the only one that packed this, and that is crazy. Like, I'm really, really strong. But the actual process of bending down, scooping it into the buckets, like, especially when you bend down the like, chickens will poop on you, like, that's nothing funny about that, right? So I used to think it was only things you were not passionate about that are like that. But guess what? Like, when I started doing the filmmaking stuff, the exact same thing happened. It was only in the beginning, before we go ahead and make the short film, like make the short film. So in my head, I'll be like, wow, I really have this idea for this type of film. I want to tell this type of story. I think this would be a really, really good idea. And at the ending, after it is all done, and I'm watching it back and looking back at it, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I was actually able to pull it off, even though obviously kind of disappointing, not the way I envisioned it in my head. But like, I'm still proud of myself for bringing this thing to reality. But the actual process of making the fucking film, hell no, hell fucking no. Because first of all, I will have to go and write the story, right? So I'll just spend hours typing out the story. Then after typing it out, I have to go through the draft again to edit it. After doing all that, I will, like, the people I was working with, right, they are usually not really serious or as committed anyway. So trying to assign them, trying to meet up with them. So meet up with them, they will like act. I'll be trying to direct them that this is how they should do it, this is how they shouldn't do it. Try to position the camera angles, try to make the audio so make sense and everything. Then after doing all that usually takes hours or sometimes days. Then after doing all that, go to the video editor, put all those footage and plenty clips and everything, spend hours, days, weeks just editing my life away, trying to like gather everything together and make it make sense. Then go through the footage, go through it over and over and over and over, just removing, like, till it's eventually done. Then I export it. After I export it, I noticed there was a mistake here, go back, get it fixed, and export it again. Then the stuff has ended, right? That whole process, nothing funny, but like, it's just miserable, just hard, just brutal. And you would think it was only the filmmaking stuff, but no. Over the years, or over the time, okay, I eventually got discouraged in the filmmaking because I was like, I just can't keep doing this, right? So from filmmaking, I went to music. No, I actually started music first before the filmmaking. So I used to sing songs, and the exact same thing. The only time I felt passionate about it was before singing a song. Like, oh, I have this idea of this type of song I want to sing. Then after singing a song, listening back to it and be like, I can't believe I actually sang this type of song. Like, even though obviously not the best in the world, but I'm pretty proud of myself. But the actual process of writing the song, then recording the song, then saying the lyrics over and over and over, then editing the audio, like, fuck no. There was no passion. It's all just misery. And also, I also like to write stories in general. The exact same thing. I like to draw the exact, like, it doesn't even matter. So I found it's really interesting that it doesn't really matter the domain, like the thing I'm doing, is the process is the same. And I also, like, because of that, I also started to no longer really believe in the idea of passion as much as I used to, because the result is basically the same. The only difference is the passion is, like, at the beginning when I'm thinking, romanticizing the idea. For the passion stuff is just usually more like dopamine inducing, right? So for example, maybe I'm thinking of a short film I want to make, that's going to make me more excited than thinking of packing foul poop or thinking of going to go and do push-ups or whatever. Like, wanting to make a short film is going to make me really pumped and excited. Like, that's literally the only difference. That is the only difference between the passion thing and the non-passion thing. And even the same thing with these videos. Like, these videos, right, I'm fairly passionate about making them. But first of all, the idea is just me thinking, oh, I have this idea of this topic I want to talk about, I want to make this type of video, etc., etc. Then the other side I feel like proud is, like, at the end after doing, it's like, wow, I can't believe I actually sat down to record it. I'm getting better at speaking every day. Like, this is awesome. But the actual process of coming here in the night, trying to find somewhere quiet in the house, placing my phone, trying to position my phone, putting this other phone in my face to point lights, trying to connect this to my earpiece, and I'm talking for minutes or hours at a time. My throat is dry as fuck, my brain is mushy, my thoughts are juggling all over the place, just like there's no passion here. Like there's many times I would just lose interest, honestly. And that's the thing that also makes it weird. That's the thing that made me stop believing in it as much. It's like how fast you can lose interest for your passion, especially once it becomes hard or uncomfortable. Then the question then becomes, is this really your passion? It's even made me just disregard the whole idea of passion. And something weird again, there's another really weird discovery I made. So after doing all that, following this whole cycle, I got a job, right? So I think I've said it's one of the other videos. But basically, I became like a technician, like an handyman, like a blue collar handyman type of guy, right? So I used to install fiber networks for homes, so the people, like internet, Wi-Fi stuff, right? So I will go to the house and install the Wi-Fi for them. Sounds easy on paper, but usually it's very complicated because I'll have to connect the fiber, the router. The router is a fiber router. So I have to connect the fiber cable from inside the house, which is the router, to the network pool that is outside. So usually it depends on the structure of the house. Anyway, if it's a fairly simple structure, like maybe just a simple self-contained apartment, so like usually fairly easy, right? But there's some literal big ass mansions I have to go, and that is just nightmare, bro. Like, bro, nightmare. Or maybe I have to connect for like an hotel or like a pharmacy or something like that. Usually those ones are usually the worst because the building is a lot more complex and difficult. So it's going to be like not as straightforward connecting it, and if it was just a small little self-contained apartment. But anyways, that one is brutal. That one is almost like there's no passion inside it from the beginning. I'm already dreading it. It's like, bro, I don't want to do this. The process is just as brutal, and the ending, I'm like, I never want to do this again, right? But something very interesting happens. The more of it I started to do, the more the more passionate I started to become, because it's like 10 reps later, it doesn't feel as heavy to go and do the job again, right? 50 installations later, it doesn't feel as daunting to go and do the job again. And like maybe so before, I'll get to like someone's building or some apartment or hotel or pharmacy, whatever, and I'll just be clueless, and I'll literally spend the first few hours just trying to think about how I'm going to connect the wire. But now after doing so many reps, I get there and I just know what to do, connect it, done. So that type of improvement, like seeing my skill level get significantly better, all of a sudden I'm beginning to become more passionate. It's like, oh, I'm actually getting good at this shit. Like it's starting to light up my body, like I'm starting to feel a fire inside, and think to myself that instead of just being like, a technician for this company, right, helping them install their Wi-Fi, like what if in the future I start my own Wi-Fi company? What if in the future I become my own internet service provider? Big ideas start to come, like I'm starting to dream big. But it's very interesting because this is not something I'm passionate about, right? Like this is something I will literally say fuck no. Like if they could ask me my dream life, or what you like to do in your free time, this is definitely not one of it. But the more I've started to do this and the better I've started to become at doing this, all of a sudden it has weirdly become one of my passions, if I would say. Like the more I do it and the better I get at it, I'm more excited to do it. I want to do it more. So it's made me like, the whole thing just flips the whole concept of passion for me upside down. And I came to my own new conclusion that passion is just a lie. Like it just does not exist. It's like you literally feel, bro, I'm starting to sit. I literally saw my phone. I saw this phone falling just now, like this sliding down. Just realized like it was just illusion, bro. Like, I need to go and sleep. What the fuck? But anyways, let's round up the video so I can get the fuck out of here. But what was I saying? I noticed that the difference is not much, like within things you're passionate and not passionate about. Like when it actually comes to doing the work, like doing the things required to actually get you to that success, that passionate feeling disappears. So it's like your passion just becomes work. It just becomes another form of work. right? Like the because the whole idea of the passion is like when you're doing the work, you know, it feels so good and you're in the flow state and you're really enjoying yourself and you love it so much. But when you're doing it and the passion feeling disappears, it just becomes another form of work. Just like maybe carrying heavy load from here to there, lifting heavy machinery, or driving like for really long distances, or you know, doing chores and cleaning somewhere or sweeping or like whatever random hard labor stuff, carrying sand, carrying blocks, like usually connecting wires, like all those type of stuff. There's no passion involved, you just do it and it feels daunting. Same thing with the passion stuff, whether it's, you know, writing a story or singing a song or making a short film or recording a YouTube video. Exact same thing, exact fucking same thing. There's no passion inside it. It just becomes work at the end of the day. So it's like when like the whole point of this, the whole summary of this is when you're trying to make a choice for, you know, the thing you want to pursue, right? Like literally just get the idea of who I'm passionate about this out of your fucking head. Like don't like get rid of this delusional idea that because, you know, who I'm really interested in filmmaking, oh no, I'm really passionate, sorry, we'll still get to that. I'm really passionate about filmmaking, or I'm really passionate about drawing, or I'm really passionate about anime or whatever. Like that is going to be my task, right? Like because I'm passionate about it, to be easy for me. Like it is never fucking easy. It doesn't matter what it is. Like they all feel the same. They literally all feel brutal. They all feel like, well, so when you're choosing, don't choose based on passion. Instead, choose based on interests. So to me, I see passion and interest, even though you could argue they're the same, but I see them as two different things. I feel like passion is the one that kind of gives you that you know, butterflies in your stomach type of feeling. But interest is just the one you're like interested in. Sounds pretty straightforward, but interest is just the one you're like, oh, I think I like this, so I want to, you know, go deeper in this. But passion is the one that you have the idea that, oh, as I'm doing it, I'm going to feel really good, and there's going to be butterflies in my stomach, and this is going to be awesome, blah 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 blah. Like that is a lie. That is a big ass lie, fat ass lie. At least from my own experience, right? It's like I've not done any passion thing and actually felt passionate. Like I said, the only two times I've ever felt really passionate is either the beginning, before I do the project, I'm like, oh, you know, I have this idea and this would be really cool if I can do it. And the ending after doing the project, like, wow, I can't believe I actually did it. But the actual process, which is basically 90% of the whole project, like the actual day to day, there's no fucking passion, there's no love, there's no nothing. It's just like, it just feels like work, just like everything else. So when you're trying to think about the decision you want to make, like maybe you're trying to pick a business model, or you're trying to pick some sort of hustle, or you know, what the thing you want to be doing or whatever, don't think about passion, just think about interest. Like, what am I interested in? What do I want to get good at? That's another good way to put it. I'll still make another video on this, but what do I want to get good at? What do I want to get skilled in? That is the question you should be asking yourself, not what am I passionate about. Because passion is a lie. And the other crazy thing is the passion also will change. Because right now, like in 2024, right, I was really passionate about filmmaking. That was the only thing I wanted to do. 2023, you know, the year before that, I was really passionate about singing songs. And the year before that, 2022, I was really passionate about skateboarding. And the year before that, 2021, I was really passionate about riding bicycle. But right now, if you tell me, you know, oh, I should just go and ride bicycles for fun, like, no, like it literally feels like work. Like the passion is just not there. Now, obviously, it doesn't mean I hate riding bicycles, you know, I still love it, whatever, but it's just not the way it was in 2021, 5 years ago. So it's like your passions change and they evolve all the time, but like your interest, so your interest and all of that, but that one feels like a more stable stuff, right? Like almost see it's like yeah, I know we're guessing this weird, but see it's more like relationship, like trying to choose like a relationship partner, but it's just trying to hook up, right? Or just trying to have fun, right? Like the just having fun, usually you like, or will I say maybe like a crush, something like a crush, because crushes come and go easily. Like you see somebody today and you're like, wow, this is the most beautiful person I've ever seen. I have a big crush, you know, you like the person, you're obsessed about the person, but 2 weeks later you just don't care anymore. You try to just stop caring. But trying to look for like a long-term partner is like you look past just that crushing feeling, and look for other things that, you know, oh, this person is actually compatible with me. Like, okay, we actually have the same goals, we have the same visions. This person has habits and, you know, values that I can, you know, like I appreciate and I'm willing to put up with. And this is the person I'm willing to invest in and spend my time with rather. So that's how it should be. Same thing with your passion stuff. You don't just, oh, you know, thinking about this thing makes me feel good, or I like this idea, so, you know, who does it? Like, no, I try to look for, okay, this is the thing I want. So that means some form of logic can be involved as well. Like, you should definitely be adding logic to your decision. Like, don't just make your decision just 100% off of just, oh, you know, this feels right and I'm really passionate. No. Add logic to it. Like, add different things, right? So this has been a long ass video. My throat is dry as fuck. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, right now I don't feel good at all. Like, my mouth is, like, my jaws are paining me. Like, I'm the type of guy that doesn't talk too much in real life, so having to talk for 20 minutes straight, 20 something minutes straight, almost 20 minutes, like, it makes my mouth feel weird and my throat is really, really sore. Right, like, this light has been in my eye for a while now, so I'm pretty sure I'm partially blind because of this thing, right? Like, this doesn't feel passionate. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I feel miserable right now. Like, here is hot, I'm sweating, I'm not having fun. I'm literally not having fun. So it's like, if I want to do something, it doesn't mean, you know, don't do anything that you like or feel passionate, you shouldn't do it. But no, it's just like, when trying to choose your path, so when trying to choose your goal or the thing you want to hustle in, like, think deeper than just passion. Passion should not just be like your one and only measurement. It should not just be like, oh, I feel passionate about this, so this is the only thing I'm going to do. Like, obviously you, like, still do things you're interested in, right? But it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. So anyways, hope the video made sense. That was the little thing I have to share with you right now. See ya in the future.